I wasn't even going to bring it up, but I was fascinated with the various responses that I saw about the Will, Jada, Chris debacle. I'm going to go to our ladies on the panel to see what their thoughts were about what happened at the Oscars, starting with Sheri.
Well, I heard it before I even saw it. And when I say I heard it, my phone was lighting up throughout the night. I ignored it. I got the next morning and there it was. I have to say I was disappointed in both of them. Chris for what he said, it was just out of line and just not necessary. And Will's reaction, that could have been taken place after, maybe behind the stage or at the after party, but it ruined the night for the rest of the Oscars. And the Oscars is meant to remember best award, best, picture, but we remember the best slap, right? So I think it took away from the Oscars, it took away from all the nominees and the event itself. So I think it could have been done in a different way. Tactless on both of them, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I would agree with Sheri. I found myself initially kind of making excuses for Will. Maybe he's going through something. He kind of alluded to that during his acceptance speech, about Hollywood, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, for me, if Chris knew about Jada's condition, which I'm not sure, I had to get off of social media because it was just too much. I felt like I had to wear my love shirt today because it was just so much hate. Some of the things that people were saying were just, ridiculous. So for me, it was just two wrongs just don't make a right.
Unfortunately, it was like the pinnacle of Will's career. It is so unfortunate that it had to have been at this event. And it's unfortunate that it had, that Chris's comment, it escalated Will's behavior to something that was so low. But at the same time, I initially, like Gail, I really did agree that a man should protect his wife, and I respected that. But at the same time, I'm not an advocate for violence, so I don't think that was the best. But I think the effort, we're all human. It's unfortunate that he had to get dragged because at the end of the day, we're not in his shoes. Most of us have never been to that, level. Or even in that realm to have something to say or just to condemn them. So yeah, that's just my stance on it. And what I did like was the outcome of both of them exercising forgiveness for one another. I thought that was very big of them, and I'm looking forward to more positivity going forward.
Okay, thank you all for that. I agree with a lot of what you guys said. We all saw the same video, and yet all the people here, we have differences of opinion. And let me bring up the poll to see what most people thought. But I didn't want to focus on the sensationalism of it, so we won't stay on this for too long. However, I wanted to focus on the fact that we all saw the same video but had different perceptions of it. Some people are coming from the perception of the comedians. I saw a comment where someone was like, okay, well then that just opens it up for anybody to just walk on the stage in some small club and knock someone out because they didn't like a joke, and then just whether or not someone should be held accountable for certain things. So all of these things, which I think are valid and not a right or wrong. So most people, 50% of the people on the call here thought that they were both out of line, followed by Will being out of line, just on its own.